right, everybody, welcome to the BlockBlend V2 Part 1 VC. I will talk a little bit here at the beginning and then we can do questions at the end. First of all, I wanted to thank everybody for being here. BlockBlend was born at the beginning of the bear market, and our community has been extremely dedicated. They've supported us as we continue to build, as we continue to add features, and a project like ours can't exist without a good community. So I wanted to thank everybody for being here, everybody that can't be here and is going to listen later. We really, truly appreciate the support that you have given us. As I said, we launched 1 year ago, and we have continued to build during that time. From a working zero-day utility, the Privacy Bridge has continued to expand. We've added multiple chains, Pro, Doge, we're Pulse chain ready. We've added Bitcoin. In that time, we have facilitated over $20 million in transactions across all of our blockchains. We've implemented anti-rug and scam measures to prevent people from using our platform for illicit use. We want to support the retail investors. We want to support regular users of the blockchain. And we've been doing that for the last year. We released prepaid crypto cards, which we've seen excellent uptake in. It's something that's been extremely popular, and we're going to see continued evolution, as I'll talk about in a little bit here. Everybody's looking for ways to be able to anonymously off-ramp their crypto, and it's very nice to be able to spend your gains in the real world. And in the last year, we've made over a dozen white label partnerships. And if you're not familiar with what that is, BlockBlend offers our utilities to projects that want to provide their own utility, and they can basically rework the design to match the aesthetics of their project. If they want their own cross-chain bridge for whatever token it is that they're launching, they can create that, and they can have a working utility on day one. BlockBlend handles the support and the back end. The white label partners get a percentage of the fees, so they have some passive income, and it's really a plus for everyone. And we like it because it continues to expand our connections across multiple blockchains. So what is this VC for? Version 2, what does that mean? BlockBlend, as we have continued to build in the last year, we've decided that now is a good time to take a leap forward. So version 2 is comprised of 5 different pillars, which are essentially the core aspects, the core upgrades, the core changes that we're going to see in version 2. Today we're going to talk about the first 2 of these pillars. Number 1 is a complete overhaul of the website and D-app. In terms of looks, in terms of functionality, it's been reworked to be much more modern, much more in line with what crypto users are expecting to see from some of the biggest services. So think 1inch, Uniswap, things like that. We want people, when they come to BlockBlend, to be comfortable, that they are easily able to navigate the site, that they feel safe using our services because it looks familiar. It's something that they've seen before, and they're easily able to navigate our services and make use of the bridge, make use of the crypto cards, make use of the other services that we currently have and will have in the future. There's a little promo video right now on the Telegram channel and actually live on our YouTube if you'd like to see what that looks like. We actually have just put up a Medium article that also talks about everything that I'm going to talk about here, in case you want to look back at that later. The next pillar, pillar number 2, is upgrades to crypto cards and staking enhancements. As I said, the prepaid crypto cards have been extremely popular. With version 2, we're going to be upgrading the maximum limit and daily spend, actually doubling it from the current 2,500 USD per day to 5,000. And on top of that, users will be able to convert any remaining balance on their card. So if you have $10 left on your card and you have nothing to buy, well, you can convert that directly to BlockBlend tokens tax free, which we've had some requests for that. So I think it's going to be a pretty popular feature. I mean, the tax free part of it is pretty fantastic. Staking enhancements. BlockBlend staking pools have really been a core part of our success. We're very proud and grateful that our community has had enough trust in us to stake over 75% of the token supply. And with the version 2 rollout, we're going to be implementing something that has been requested many times, and that is native coin rewards. So instead of BlockBlend, you will be able to be rewarded in chain native tokens. Overall, that's going to reduce sell pressure, give people a different currency, and if you did want BlockBlend tokens, well, then you're going to be able to convert directly on the dashboard to BlockBlend tokens, again, for zero tax. So it not only helps convert the harvested rewards to buys on the chart, uh, but our users can reap even greater rewards from their staking activities. That's a brief summary of what we have for the first two pillars. Now, as I said, there are five, and in traditional marketing fashion, we have left the best for last. So we've got some team members traveling over the holiday here over Easter. So our next VC is going to be next Thursday. Now, leading up to that, and as a big part of version 2, we are looking to increase community engagement. So next Tuesday, we're going to be posting some information about what we have planned for that, and we will also talk about it at the VC on Thursday. But next Tuesday, we'll post that so people can start to look at it, and it's something that's going to allow our community to be engaged, help promote BlockBlend, and has some pretty nice prizes. It'll run for a period of time, and there'll be sort of overall prizes, but then we'll also have things in the interim. Version 2 is something that we are planning on pushing extremely hard. So we're going to see a lot more social engagement, and we're going to be trying to do as much as we can to make things exciting for the community. So thank you everybody for tuning in here. I hope that you'll all be back next week for the conversation on the next pillars. If we've got any questions, you can ask them in the Telegram group or here in VC, and I will address those right now. So Nono's asking when version 2 is expected to launch. We are targeting the end of April, beginning of May right now. We have quite a few marketing integrations that we're working on. So we're just trying to line up the complete timeline to make sure everything falls into place the way that it should. Do we plan to add Monero to the dApp? That has been asked a couple times. With the way that we have BlockBlend set up, essentially adding any chain is relatively easy to do, as long as we anticipate that the volume will be worth the effort. So after the launch of version 2, that's the first thing that we're going to be looking at is the next chains. We do have an internal list, and it's sort of been ordered by what we think would have the greatest uptake. So if anybody has chains that they would like on that list, please let us know. We'll add Monero to it. And as we get past the launch of version 2, we'll start to talk more about that with the community and see what everybody wants to see. That's something we did when BlockBlend first launched as well. We took a bit of a community poll and see what people wanted to see. All of the pillars will be launched simultaneously with V2. Essentially, these are the major items that make up version 2. So everything launches at the same time. What is the launch marketing for V2 going to be like? It will be revealed in the next couple of weeks. We've got pretty big plans. We're talking to several different marketing outfits and agencies and our own contacts and influencers. So it'll be well coordinated. Marketing in crypto is of course very easy to just throw money away, which we're not going to do. So we're carefully coordinating everything so that it all builds on each other, and we're not just spending money to spend money.
I
How
think
exciting
that's
the next three pillars are compared to what is revealed now. Of course, we're saving the best ones to last. So, although I love the website and D app rebranding, that's fantastic. Cosmic has done an amazing job on it, but of course, yes, save the best for last. Why do you think now is the best time to do this? We've been in the bear market for a year now, and we have continued to build in that time. We've made a lot of white label partnerships. We've made connections. We've shown that BlockBlend is here to stay. I mean, a lot of people in this space, of course, are interested in privacy, and I'm sure you have seen the amount of privacy projects that are launching and dying or almost immediately rugging. We have credibility now. We've got partnerships. We've got exposure. Now is an excellent time for us to push. The privacy narrative is huge. Um, with everything that we've built, it's an excellent time to make these major upgrades and leverage all of our connections, leverage our credibility, and really push BlockBlend to the next level. How much has been burnt? Are we going to show a chart to show the burn percentage? So that is something that we will discuss with one of the next pillars. To be honest, the amount that has been burnt up till now is not very impressive because there's been the requirement to manually use the burn code when you carry out a transaction. So there's been some, but nothing to write home about really. Definitely some interesting things there to discuss in the next VC. Will V1 holders be migrated and airdropped V2 tokens? We will discuss a lot more of this in the next VCs, but essentially, if you are currently a BlockBlend holder, you are in a very good position. We will never put anybody in a spot where they have to immediately execute some sort of action. It's all going to be very well planned out and very well communicated. So nobody has to worry about their current holdings. I see three people typing, so we'll see what they have to say. And if we're out of questions, we'll shut it down for now and schedule the next one. But if anybody wants to speak up, I'll leave this hanging for another minute. There's a comment about live statistics for burn amounts being extremely positive. Yes, I agree. Would be nice if we can implement a burn with every transaction. Stay tuned. Any changes to buy sell tax? Stay tuned. Yeah, we'll be talking about that with the next VCs. It will be very positive. Good questions, guys. We appreciate them. Okay, I think seems like we're out of questions. Of course, if anybody has any, we're always around the Telegram. I will also say that as part of V2, we're working on expanding all of our documentation to be much more comprehensive in terms of tutorials, how to use BlockBlend, uh, just everything basically. We've got the team working on that. If anybody is interested in helping out in that capacity, we're always open. We're a small team. We work as fast and as hard as we can, but creating documentation is a arduous task. So if anybody's brave enough and familiar enough with BlockBlend that they feel they might be able to help out with that, please let us know. Okay, Cosmic's posting cool, cool stuff. in the chat. Very nice. Like that. I have not seen that picture. Yeah, so if anybody's willing to volunteer, please let us know. We're looking for probably 2 more team members in the near future if we can find them, and if we can't, that's fine too. We just lighten the load on the current team. Hey, Arian, I'm going to shut this down for now, and for sure, any other questions, we will talk to you in the Telegram. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll schedule the next one for next week. Have a great Easter.